Horrible. They are terrible. I would never, if I knew had known anything about them prior, I would never have rented from them. Will never rent from them again, and will never recommend them to anybody. Okay, well, I was a tenant of theirs for 2 years. I have an $1,800 deposit that was given to them. In Florida, I live in Florida. The landlord has 15 days to notify the tenant if there's any claims against the deposit. They did not. I moved out November 30th, so by December 15th, they should have notified me. They did not. I contacted them. Well, prior to that, I had given them my forwarding address in November. I gave it to them again, I think it was December 15th, just to make sure. And the lady was like, okay, fine, she got it. December 20th, I contacted the property manager, contacted her, and I said, okay, what's the status on the deposit? She said she didn't know. She would check and get back to me. She did not. So I've called their numbers multiple times. There's no direct corporate number. You'll either get a maintenance number or customer service number. I've left several messages with them trying to get a status on the deposit. Okay, now it's into January. So again, by Florida law, if they have not notified me or anything, definitely in 30 days, they have to refund the deposit. No questions asked because they didn't meet the real estate law, the criteria in Florida. However, I still haven't gotten a response from them. I did speak with one lady named Kathy who claimed that they had mailed out a summary to me, but then she backed off real quick. She's really not the property manager, so she backed off real quick. The property manager just sent me an email saying the request for the update was emailed to this office. I'm like, well, what does that mean? And I have not gotten a response from that. So again, that's where I stand. So at this point, I'm probably going to have to take them to court and go from there. Then they are horrible landlords. I will tell you that. Again, I lived there for 2 years. The first year, the first 6 months was horrible. They do shoddy work. They hire third-party vendors who do shoddy work. They just constantly do that. I had a cesspool in my front yard because the drain pipes for the kitchen sink were not tied into the sewer. They did some kind of jacked up job with the pipes, and it bubbled up. Of course, it came up, bubbled up through the ground. It took them 4 months to fix that. One of my bathrooms, well, instead of them either resurfacing the bathtub or changing it out, they painted over it with some kind of epoxy paint. Then, of course, as soon as water touched it, it peeled. So they sent a technician in who was supposed to replace the tub. When he broke the tiles to do that, there was wall-to-wall, ceiling-to-floor mold in that bathroom. So they had to take everything out, put in an air dryer, the scrubber, I guess they call it. So that lasted for about a month or two before I got the bathroom fixed. The front door had to be replaced because there was some damage on the front door when I moved in. So they sent a guy to replace the damage. He came to me and asked me if I had had a fire in the house. And I said, well, no, not since I've been here. Come to find out there had been a fire. I don't know what they did to remediate the damages from the fire. Evidently nothing, because he could show me in the door frame where all the wood had been burned out. There was soot stains, because I couldn't figure out in my windows, on my window frames, on the inside, there was all this black residue, and I couldn't figure out, and I couldn't clean it. And I couldn't figure out what it was. It turns out it was soot. And in the bedrooms, I kept seeing through the paint, it's like there's like shadows on the wall. It was soot. They just painted over the damage. They didn't do anything to fix it. They just painted over it. In the laundry room, there was constant leaks in the laundry room. And they would eventually send people out. I ended up having to have a new AC unit put in. It took a month to get that done. My panel box for electricity, Florida Power condemned it, and it had to be replaced. Again, that took 2 or 3 months to get that done. They're just horrible landlords. They're really just about collecting money, collecting the rents, and that's it.